Yes, clothing. Now there's 5 of us, and you want 3 sets per person, so 15. I want shoes because shoes are cheaper, so I'll wait till I get to the clothing store. Okay, tools. 2 canteens. If you're going through a desert, you're going to want canteens. We have coffee. You're going to want a coffee pot and coffee mill. I did get the mill. Okay. 2 fishing poles because we're going to be fishing. 1 hammer because I am a blacksmith. Not blacksmith, but I have the blacksmith skills. And I'm not sure if that affects it or not. Sometimes there is a landslide and you're going to need tools. That's why I got the pickaxe. The rope is also for going up and down hills when you need to tie stuff off. Cooking utensils, you only need 1 set of eating utensils, a skillet, a shovel, 5 cups, 5 plates, and 2 water kegs. Alright. Okay, animals. We're going to want 8 oxen. No weapons. And I'll explain why I don't do weapons. Let's see. Do they have the medicines we want? Not all of them, but there is a guy who does medicine in town, so... iodine... and sulfur. I don't see sulfur, but I do see peppermint. Alright, spices. Spices, it's going to be... Alright, yeah, pepper. 2 bottles. Salt, which is good because I'm going to go fishing. If you're going hunting, you also want a lot of salt. Alright, okay, yeah. Let's see, what do I want here? Okay, yeah. I want... Huh, okay, well I do want soap. And I also wanted, matches. There you go. 5 boxes. Now, I don't think I've ever used matches. So, but you do want the soap, not for yourself. You don't actually clean yourself, ironically enough. You actually use the soap to keep your clothes clean because clothes basically... Hello? Clothes will decay from sweat. So if you keep the clothes clean...
Hi there.
Keep the clothes clean. Let's see what you have. What was I looking for? Yes. I want... I think I have everything. Okay. So you can tell I'm very systematic about this. You. Shoes and socks. Come on. Alright. 5 pairs of shoes. And once again, you want more than just 1 pair of socks because you're going to be going through socks. And also, the wagon tips over. You want people to wear socks. If we're going out of here in winter, you obviously want different items. But, okay. Now, I'm not talking to a lot of people. I probably could. This guy, obviously, is weapons. If you're planning to use weapons, you should have probably picked a sharpshooter in the skill section. There's a reason why I'm not going to use weapons. I'm going to go fishing. If you wound an animal like a bear, it can actually attack you or people in your party. You could actually get wounded by ricochet. Also, if you're hunting in an area, it means that Native Americans probably will not talk to you. So if you have one of those encounters on the trails, you're talking to other people, you're trading with other people, they're telling you historical information and such. If you're hunting that area, the likelihood of you running into a Native American and having an encounter with a Native American is nil. Also, Look at this rifle, 21.98. You'll probably end up hunting less meat with a rifle than you could have bought with that money. So it's not worth it. So let's look over what we got. 8 oxen. Gonna need more stuff. Socks, clothing. Oh, I want a hat. I want a hat. I want a hat. I want a hat. Do I want a hat? Yeah, I want a hat. We want hats. Probably don't need hats, but yeah. Okay, one more thing too. Not completely done. This is the guy who has the drugs we need. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, so there's a few things. A few more bottles of medicine. Not much. Got iodine. I think we need, we have peppermint. I think we need sulfur. There you go. Alright, now what else? Ah, yes. I want wagon parts. Now this should... 2 wheels, 1 tongue, 1 axle. That should be everything we need. So, all the food. That's all the food. Bacon, cheese, coffee beans, corn, meal, crackers, dried beans, dry bread, dried fruit, dried vegetables, flour, lard, pemmican, I think, pickles, preserved potatoes, rice, baking soda, tea and yeast cakes, clothing, 15 fit, 4 or 5, alright. Medicines, box yolks. That should be everything. That should be everything we need. Tools. 2 canteens, 1 coffee mill, 1 coffee pot, 2 fishing poles, 1 hammer, 1 kettle, 1 pickaxe, 1 30-foot length of rope, 1 set of cooking utensils, 1 set of eating utensils, 1 shovel, 1 skill, 5 tin cups, 5 plates, and 2 water kegs. Alright, we're ready. Now, okay. Before setting out, you need to pick a wagon train to travel with. The following wagon trains are about ready to set out for Oregon City, or Oregon. Which do you want to go with? Now, seems to be 2 rules. Larger wagon trains produce more dust and it'll slow you down. But they also are more likely to be able to have the goods you sometimes need later in the journey when you trade. There's more options. So you want to go mid-range like this. Now before we head off, alright, ready to go. This is the interface when you go into a town. So we're at Independence. We could rest here. We could continue. We're going to obviously continue. Down here, a lot of people get confused because sometimes this says no water. No water means there's no water in the area. This is the environment. We have 2 water kegs and 2 canteens. We have water. Maybe not a lot of water if we were going through the Salt Lake City desert. But right now we got water. So let us start. Dun dun dun. Whoop. First decision. Check the river condition. It's 3 1/2 foot. 3 1/2 feet. Anything over 2 1/2 feet you cannot ford. You want to float over. So let's do it. There you go. So this is Westport. We don't really need anything, but I want to show you a few things. First, the gather section. These are plants out there. You look it up. See, it tells you what it is, it tells you where it grows, and the roots are edible, so we'll keep it. Look it up. After a while, you get to know these. So young, you can eat it. Look it up. See? Desert shortgrass prairie flowers, young pods. You can eat it. Look it up. You can eat ripe rose lips, so it's rose. Never thought of eating rose. But keep it, and you're done. Now you just add it to your own supplies. This is a good thing to do midway. Sometimes there's no food around. Also, we have a lot of food, so I really don't need to do this. See, it's now been added. But you could also, there's no fresh water nearby, but you can fish. Once we found some fresh water, I'll show you how to fish. Continue. You've been hired as a trail guide. Good, let's continue. Now that means I've just gotten about $500 added to my tails now. Tails of the Oregon Trail.
Captain Jed, how did the Oregon Trail get started? Were you the first one to go on it?
No, Jimmy, I ain't quite that old. There was lots of folks before me. I guess it really started about 1821 with the Santa Fe Trail. That year, a red-headed Virginian named William Becknell started taking trade goods from Missouri to the town of Santa Fe. That's down south of here in Mexico territory, west of Texas. Traders could get flour, salt, horses, and mules cheap in Mexico. Men were getting rich going back and forth from Mexico to Missouri. That is until the war started with Mexico in 1846. Now, the original starting point of the Santa Fe Trail was the town of Franklin, Missouri, on the north bank of the Missouri River.
That's so boats could bring the trade goods, I betcha.
Right you are, Parker. But by the early 30s, the steamboats could go further upriver, so they needed another starting point that was further west. And that's how the town of Independence got going.
Hey! We came to Independence on a steamboat from St. Louis.
You sure did.
Tell us about traveling to Oregon with Pa.
Well, now, in 1836, the Whitmans, Dr. Marcus and his wife and friends, drove the first wagon to Oregon. They set up a mission north on the Columbia River. A couple of real brave women were in that group, Narcissa Whitman and Eliza Spaulding. More folks started traveling the Oregon Trail after that. I led my first wagon train in '43, the one with your pa in it. We even met the Whitmans when we stopped at their mission.
Did Pa meet him too?
Yep, and it won't be long till you'll be meeting your pa again. Now you better get some sleep, 'cause we got a long day tomorrow.
No, more stories!
Don't worry, Jimmy. I got lots of them.
The stories don't make much sense in different time periods, so yeah. So we should have $500 more. I thought we did. Oh yeah, we do. We started out around 700, and now we have another 700 again. So let's see if I could fish for you. Nope, no fish nearby. So, but that means we have money now, so we could go to town and do a few things. I don't really need a lot. But what I do need, I couldn't buy in the other place. This is a blacksmith. You can talk to him most of the time, but right now, the only thing he wants right now is to sell you money. I don't know the hammer works without nails, but I'm going to buy him anyway. Saloon, no.
Hello.
Mm.
How you doing?
Ooh.
Howdy.
Yeah. So we could talk to all these folks who want to. Drugstore again, general store. So you can, if you want to, you could, top off. Now you have a lot of money. I could buy a lot more drugs now if I need to. And that might be a good idea because people are going to get sick. And sometimes having a little